Hi, it's Malcolm here. So in this video, I'm going to show you my 3-step process for finding lay selections. Now, I'm going to be using what I call the PR ratings, which you can see in front of you. Now, basically, this is our race card reader. So it allows you to read race cards in the way that you want to, with the information you want to, but it's far much more than that as well, because it allows you to only see runners that you particularly like, or you can filter your selections, and in fact you can create systems by using the filtering system. You can go back 16 months and try out that filtering system at any time during that 16 months. And you can turn off information that you want to see and information that you don't want to see really, really easily. You can deal with different race types, the ratings that we supply. There's about 5 or 6 different ratings we supply. You can use it for setting up Dutches, the actual thing is endless. You can do all sorts of things, and I'm just every week I'm doing a new video for members about a new way I found of using the ratings. And every time I bring in something new, like this week I brought in class movements from the last race. So has it moved up or down in class? Has it moved up and down in weight? And has it moved up and down in distance? And you can not only filter the races by that, or the runners by that, but you can also see it in the screen as well if you want. So PR ratings allows you to do lots of things. One of the things I think it's really good at is learning to read race cards. So if we went back to say yesterday, where we've got all the results, but we wanted to say to ourselves, well, could we have picked a winner yesterday, or could we have picked a loser? You can actually turn the results off by clicking that, and then going through the race cards and saying, okay, so let me pick one of these to lose, or let me pick one of these to win, see if I can do it, and then turn on the results again and find out if you were right or wrong. And you can do that anytime over the last 16 months. And there's all sorts of information, like form, last time out. Last 3 is like a thing I come up with adding the last 3 races together. Day since last run, weight rank, number of tips, number of runners, Malcolm's rating MR, and then there's all these other ratings, green rating and our main rating, and another little rating there. But there's IP maximum, minimum and maximum, age, one at class, one at similar going, claiming, and again these class up and down, distance up and down, and weight up and down, as well as jockey runs. The jockey runs order, so how many runs it's had it actually through during the day, maybe getting worn out during the day, I don't know, trainer runs, that kind of thing. So, the PR ratings allows you to do loads and loads of things, but I'm going to set it up pretty much how you'd probably get some of the information from the race card. I am going to add in 2 of the ratings, but that's just so I can show you how I use them. So, right, we're going to keep form. We don't need last time out. We don't need last 3, although you might want to use that. Day since last run. We don't need weight, but we're going to use weight rank. We don't need those 3. We don't need that. We're going to use OR and OR rank. We want the number of runs. We're going to turn those off. We don't need any of the ratings apart from the green and the main rating, and we're going to turn those off. I'm going to do a couple more things. This is step 1, getting yourself set up. 8 to 50 runners, I just prefer that when I'm looking for lace. And I am going to use the early morning 6 a.m. price. Now, in PR ratings, we get 2 prices. Now, you could use the tissue price for this, or the paper price for this, or you could, get up early and go to Betfair and take a picture of each race or something like that. Somewhere where we've got an early price, which is kind of been worked out before all the other stuff starts coming in during the morning and up to the time of the race. It just gives like somewhere I can say, okay, this is what people did think about the race. So what happened from then on? Okay, so 1st to the 9th, and I'm going to use a 6 a.m. BSP. Okay, and I am going to start, or actually I need to add in age, 1 at course, 1 at similar, and claiming. I think that's it. So I'm now going to reset that. So what I'm going to do is go back to say the 1st of the 6th. So let's go back there, and that gives us something to work with. Okay, because we need the results obviously. Now I really want races with 3 or more runners. Now when you start doing this, you got to watch out for things like non-runners. I mean, if the top ranked, or if the favourite is a non-runner, then one of the others has become favourite, and so you've got to be careful about that, because that could be your one. So we're not going to deal with any non-runner ones. Okay, so let's have a look at this one. Now, first of all, I have a quick look and say, does the favourite look as if it might win? Now, you can never tell with favourites, obviously you can't, but a quick run, first and second last time out, I think that's always quite strong. 20 days since it last ran, so it's ran recently, so it's probably pretty race fit. It's a weight rank of 1, and it's an OR rank of 1. And the other thing is, it's at least 5 above the nearest OR ranked runner, which is that one here. It's first ranked. It hasn't won at the course or at the going before. It's not claiming. It's an oldish, well, I say oldish, not that old, but 3 and 4 year olds I always find the worst horses that I like, which I don't like dealing with much. Hasn't had many number of runs either, and it's a reasonably strong green rating, although it's not a very strong rating, but we'll come back to that. Okay, so yeah, it's pretty strong. I wouldn't have probably put it down for a win, but it did win, as you can see. But it's pretty strong, so I'd have said, okay, there's a chance it could win. So it's probably a race I don't mind getting involved in. It would either be that or I'd take it on. And in this case, I wouldn't take it on because it's second last time out, and it's such a high rating compared to the others and ranked 1. So I wouldn't take it on, but I wouldn't presume it to win either, but it's close. So what we're going to do is look at the other runners in the race now. So we're going to go, if it's not come first or second last time out, it gets this tick. Now PR ratings allows you to highlight cells within the race card, which makes it easy for marking. So neither of those came first or second. Has it run within 15 days? No. So that one has, because I always think they may be a little bit of a danger, but I'm not too sure on that. 10 days a lot of people say, but it's one of those things. It's just one of those things that I look out for. It's ranked outside the top 3, so we give it a 4. Anything that's ranked 5 or under the top OR, so that is, so it's 7 and 8 and 6, so they're all under that. Anything outside the top 1, 2 or 3, it gets a green if it's got an N on either of these columns, and we give it a green if it's not claiming. Now I give it a green if it's over a 3 or 4 year old, because I just like those, and I only give it a green if it's got a number of runs of 15 or more. So that one didn't quite get in there, but it was close. Now I actually go on one more and I use the green rating. So if it's got a rating under 5, I use it, and if it's at least 30 away from the highest rating, I give it a tick, but this one hasn't. That's just 2 extra ones I put in there. So if I look at the card, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the favourite, 1, 2, 3 for the second, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that would have been quite strong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So both of those would have come in. So you can either add another piece of criteria, like this one has seen really no progression for 2 races, so you could give it another mark for that. You could say, well, number of runs is 14, it's close to 15, I could give it a mark for that. Or you could say, no, that's the one, I'm going to go for that one. Okay, and that's the one you would actually go for. And that's how I might clarify it. I might just say, well, look, it's so similar to this one, I'm just going to go for the cheaper price if I'm going to go in. Although I don't think the favourite's got a brilliant chance of winning, I like the score on that one, so I'm going to go for the lower price. Either of these 3 would have been a difficult one to go on, but otherwise, no, I'm going to take on Rank Outsider, but that depends on what you feel about pricing. I mean, probably I would have gone for that one. Okay, so that's one card out the way. So we'll do one more, I think. Now this has got a lot more runners, which is not a bad thing. And the prices are quite keen. A couple of them have gone out. What I want you to do is look for things like this, where the ranking changed. Now there was never a lot in these two anyway, so they was probably both always going to be first or second somewhere along the line. But just keep that in mind. Okay, so again, first or second, no, no. A day since last run, I think they're all going to get a tick for that. I don't like ones that haven't run for a long time, but that's how this system works. Okay, so anything outside the first, second or third rank, which is these three, and any one that's rated 5 or below the top, well the top one is 97, so 92 is just in, and 77 is obviously 1. OR ranked over third, so 4, 5, 7. Any ends, okay, if they're not claiming, see these claimers here, as long as they're age over 3 and 4, which they all are basically, and a 15 or over number of runs. Now again, I can go for the green rating if I want, and none of these are very high, so I wouldn't use that rating as a guide, even though this one's minus, which could deserve a tick, I don't know. Okay, so what have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that actually went out to a BSB of 1297. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're okay there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's a strong 10 there. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's our strong 10. So there's another example of how it can be used. Now, please, you're not going to get it right every time. Sometimes you are going to select a loser. So, it's just, this is a system I've come up with that you might find quite interesting. And it uses the PR ratings, which makes it really, really easy. So now there's a link below, just come below, which will take you to more information about the PR ratings if you'd like to learn a little bit more about it. But it is a really good tool. I'm updating it constantly. It's being used by quite a few people now. And I really want to get it out there and show people that you can use these cards in really interesting ways. It does Dutch-in. You can use it for placing, laying. So there's lots of things you can use it for. It automatically gives you a link to any of our bots. So once you've set up a criteria, you can go off and get the selections automatically. You can save all your criteria, so you can come back the next day and try it again. And as I said, there's a lot of things. You can look at more information about the runners. This screen's growing gradually as well, and I'm going to do a few updates to that for more information. And there's just so much on here you can do. So Dutch-in is a really popular one, so you could select 4 runners as long as they're over 70. Top 4 runners, sorry, let's just do this quickly. And we could pick the top 4 ranked in the morning just to have a look. If we get rid of the BSP for a moment, and then we could Dutch 4 and go like that, and you get 4 any race where there's 4. Now obviously it doesn't include non-runners, but you can look through and you can see that there's a number of Dutches that you'd have. If there's a non-runner in there, you wouldn't get it. The bot can automatically get rid of stop betting on a race with non-runners. But as you can see, that had a non-runner, that had a non-runner. It still won. That had loads of non-runners. Amazing in races that have non-runners. 4 and a win. So you can do Dutch-in with it as well. So there's loads of things you can do, and it's always being updated. So if you want to find out more, just click the button below. So thank you very much for watching the video. I really do hope that you found it interesting and that you might be able to use it for finding out your own selections that you could back to lay, or back to lose if you like. So thank you very much, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.